Hi, this is Doug Payne, and we're about to head on to the cross-country phase of the $75,000 Wellington Eventing Invitational. And this was heading out on a horse called Vandiver. His barn name is Quinn. He's owned by Debi and Kevin Crowley and Jess, my wife, and myself. And we're heading out here onto cross country at the Wellington Eventing Invitational. And I've got to say right off the bat, a big thank you to the sponsors and of course Mark Bellissimo, the visionary behind the competition, to get it off the ground. It's a tremendous opportunity for us to get our horses and sport out in front of a much wider audience, and it is they've just done an absolutely tremendous job. The course, the conditions here are just about as good as you could ask for. We did end up, interesting enough, you'll see a little bit later on, grass is cut short, and so we probably ended up doing a little bit too small stud size. The speed set on the course was at 535 meters per minute, which is just a tick faster than prelim cross country. And although it seems like it would be quite slow in this sort of twisty turning track, they did what they could to open it up, but certainly still was a challenge to get that optimum time. First couple fences, we're obviously right up here into 5. We're heading to the first and one of the more influential combinations on the course. 2 corners, and it walked in sort of a 6, or maybe a tiny bit long in 6. I got a good shot in and really kept coming down into 5. Quinn, if you can see it, and you can see his eyes sort of lock on it, or ears that is, lock on it, he's absolutely tremendous. So cruise on down there in 5, easy as it was. We're heading around the outside of the course here, and we've got a little space here to gallop and try to open them up. And you'll hear the wind noise in the background as we start to pick up some speed. Got a table here wrapping around the outside, first time in front of the VIP tents there. We've got a table that sets a little bit long in 4, could be done 4, could be done in 5, and again, big strided horse like this, we just kept coming down in 4. Easily done. First tricky, we'll sort of roll back here onto the water jump, which has the big statues here of the horses. I didn't really know what to expect, but Quinn didn't seem to care much about it at all. Down to a ditch and brush simulated, and this is one spot I took a little extra time. Certainly a tight turn, you'll see 6 strides were maybe done in 5 down to a corner. I ended up doing it in 6, but again, he was excellent. Just wanted to spend an extra second there to let him read it and see it. Again, a nice long gallop here, again a space that we can make up a bit of time. Interestingly, this table could be jumped from the right or the left, it didn't much matter, so I actually came into that field figuring I was on the right lead, we'll head a right. If you happen to be on the left lead, I was going to go left. One spot here, you put a little slip there. No worries at all. He doesn't seem too bothered by it. We're going to sort of hang to the right-hand side of this gap. We're going to be heading up the mound on the left-hand side. And we've got a house down to another sort of barn-type fence, which is set on an angle. And the hill here is actually quite steep. It looks a little less, I think, on video than it is in real life. But again, Quinn, no problems whatsoever to it. We've got a big table here, sort of wrapping around. Got to pick one side or the other. The people are there. No worries at all. And again, we're wrapping around, being that we've got a little limited space here. They end up using a couple of these jumps a couple times. This is the second time we've jumped this particular jump. Again, great galloping stride here. And we'll be heading out and around and up the steep hill. There's a jump right at the crest of it, and then generally probably about a 7 stride down to a skinny triple brush. And we had a little bit of a tricky time here, jumped well, and then all of a sudden he sort of slipped out behind, and then actually recovered very, very well. This was very cool. We sort of wrap around to the left. I was just a little careful about the amount of time we're spending in the turn here. Didn't want to go too fast and end up sliding again, but right through the VIP tent, down off a bank, on 3 or 4 strides, I chose to do 3, down to the finish line. But absolutely incredible competition, and I couldn't be happier or prouder with Quinn. He really handled the atmosphere and the challenges that this certainly presents in an absolutely excellent way, and I can't wait to see what this spring will hold.